over, boy. Oh!
Nice to show, brother.
Hey, you better not put them on.
Hey, why are you covering up the skin? We like that.
Is that one of the camo tests?
Birthday suit camo
Middle of the
test.
field.
Natural man. You want to know what camo to buy, because there are literally
Billions and billions.
different camo patterns and colors to choose from. Should you go with Woodland to look good in the woods? Or should you go with Multicam to cover all your bases? Well, we took some of the most common camos, put them to the test, and we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison so you don't have to. How do you feel out there?
I feel amazing.
Fantastic. We are in, as you can see, the Woodland area. We're gonna test different camos out for you. About 100 yards that way is our man, Jamie. Right now he's wearing just regular civilian clothes. He's got a flannel on, some blue jeans. That's gonna be our baseline to test against. Elijah, what do you think of that?
That's pretty terrible. Yeah, I don't even need Nox, but Monox.
He stands out like a foursome. Foursome.
Shut up.
All right, we now have our boy Jamie out in the woods in Woodland. And already I can tell you, it is a gigantic leap forward. There's not a...
That is significantly better. If you were to paint your face and hands like you're supposed to do,
It would probably almost blend into the naked eye.
you would not see them.
No, you really wouldn't. Unless you're looking for them, yeah. But this is a good time to point out, the hands and the face, if they are not covered, will give you away. What I'm interested to see next is Multicam. How will that compare to Woodland in this scenario? Let's go to that. So now we've got the Multicam action going on in a Woodland setting. Elijah, what are your initial thoughts?
It's pretty good. It would blend in better if the trees were dead.
Like if you're just scanning the tree line, it sticks out pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but it is, you know, midsummer and it's very green. It's very green. And so with those tans kind of popping out there, it doesn't do it justice. The Woodland really does blend a lot better with that background than the Multicam does. But if he had just moved, like let's say he was laying on the ground and on the camera where you're looking right now, if he moved into that more tan brownish area, it would look really good. So Woodland would be like 9 out of 10.
9, definitely.
Multicam, maybe a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it'd be better during
Winter.
like winter.
Yeah. So next up, we've got the Roshan Multicam. Okay, let me redo that real quick. The Roshan Multicam, or Nokak, Nokak,
No.
something. N-O-K-A-K is what they call it. It's not terrible.
Oh, no, wait.
With the hood, I mean, it kind of does something.
Through binoculars, it is better
Than Multicam?
than
American Multicam.
no, than
Woodland?
because of the center. But the fact that his chest
Has the different colors on
has
it.
different
Yeah.
colors.
Russian Multicam, better than American Multicam. However, probably not better than Woodland
No.
because the Woodland had this green center. So, you know, if you were completely Woodland, it'd probably be better than the Russian Multicam. Overall, Russian Multicam, what do you rate it? Like a 8?
It's like an 8, 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How do you feel standing in American woods as a Russian soldier, Jamie?
I feel liberated. I actually feel like this camo works the best.
It kinda. It blends in with the highlights pretty well, but the Woodland blends better with like the darker colors.
Definitely does.
Now, we're gonna try some good old skivvies. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean the camouflage that your grandfather gave you to go hunting. We're gonna try that next. So now we have Elijah out there in the hunter's camo from the grandpa. That's pretty close to Multicam. It's hard to break the two, so maybe about a 6.
I would give it a 4.5.
Well, you don't have anything to compare it to.
That's true.
So like, honestly, it's not that bad. If he didn't have his face, where he is, where the grass is coming up and meeting the woods. The people on ham, sad hams, go sad. It's so close to call, you'll have to compare. What's your opinion? I don't know. Roughly around the same as Multicam. Again, would be better suited for dead foliage. What do you think?
Dead foliage, yeah.
Urban tack out there, gray pants, black jacket.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we already started. He's wearing a hat, which is kind of giving away his position. But gray and black, it's honestly not terrible.
The black kind of ruins it though.
I mean, kind of, but at the same time, it's better than nothing.
If you
It's
didn't
better
have the
than
white-
red.
yeah,
It's better than flannel.
yeah, right.
Like by a long shot, because it kind of blends in with shadows.
If he didn't have the hat on and he wore a black mask, I would think it's just shadow.
Shadow, yeah.
Yeah.
So multicam being a 6, flannel being like a 1, I'd say.
One
Red
like
and
bad,
blue.
bad.
Yeah, like bad. And then so black and gray, just urban colors. I'd give it about a 3. Halfway between flannel and multicam, but it depends on the situation. It could be just as good if it was dark and you were in the shadows. So what's this camo called again?
I don't know, it's like black python or something because it's like scaly. I don't remember though.
This is pretty comparable to Urban Tack. It's a little bit darker than the grays that he had on earlier, but the black top kind of matches what the black hoodie looked like. Obviously, it's not terrible as far as, you know, not standing out like a big red blob, but it's not the best. I mean, it's pretty easy to tell that there's something there. Now, if his face and hands were covered up, it'd be harder to tell what it was. And it kind of just looks like a shadow or a hole in the leaves, but I don't think that's something you want unless it's nighttime. Nighttime probably would work pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
The only issue I see is if he moved out of where he was, all the concealment's gone.
Yeah.
Like if he goes in the middle of all that grass, you're easily gonna be able to tell it's a black blob.
Yeah.
Because right now he kind of looks like a shadow, but that's the only thing he's got going for him.
Right. So for Arid, in Woodland scenario, it's not the best. It sticks out like a Thor sum, like we said earlier.
Thor some?
Yeah.
Sore thumb?
Yeah.
Thor some?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does stick out like a Thor some though.
It does, yeah. You might be able to work it if you're in like a muddy, grassy, dead grass area, which we'll test in a minute.
Yeah. And once again, this might work better during the winter.
Yeah.
When there's dead grass everywhere.
It would look a lot better. And if he was out there in the, which I'll just pan the camera over here real quick. Out there might look a little bit better too than where he is currently. But in Woodland scenario, yeah, not the best. This is OD green. He's got OD green on the top and a little bit more of a brown earthy undertone to his pants. I think it kind of works though.
It works really well.
I mean, like when you're in a ready position like this right here, it all kind of blends together and looks really decent. Comparable to the Woodland.
If he didn't have hands and a face, I wouldn't even know he's there.
No, neither would I.
It's
It's so
right now if I was walking along here, I wouldn't be able to know he's there.
yeah, it's crazy. So OD green, pretty solid choice. If you don't have any camos, but you have some green stuff, I mean, hey man, better than nothing. Maybe you get some tan grass, might not be the best, but hey, we'll test that next. All right, so we are in location 2. It looks
Terrible. Like a -7.
we're gonna do Woodland. So here we have Woodland camo in the dead grass. It's pretty terrible.
I don't think it's as bad as the last one,
No,
but it's definitely,
he stands out.
he stands out.
In the green bushes, you'd do fine, but in that dead grass, you stand out bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Multicam. Wow,
That's good.
Where did that come from? Okay.
apparently the radio likes multicam. It is just absolutely fantastic. This is where it shines its colors right here.
Like,
You are like, it's kind of weird because even those lighter greens it's working well with,
Yeah.
and the tans it's working well with.
it's like if he wasn't moving and he was completely multicam, you wouldn't see him at all.
If you're rocking Woodland, avoid areas that look like that.
Yeah.
Because you stick out really bad.
Definitely.
But multicam, man, honestly, it works decent in Woodland areas, but it's like decent. But in tan areas like that, especially in the winter, dude, very, very good. Crushing multicam, that's all you need to know. And looking at it, I think it works well at merging like the tans and the greens, but it also sticks out a little bit more than the multicam.
It's a little too green.
Yeah, it has a little too much green. It doesn't look terrible though where he's standing, where those greens are kind of blending into it. So as you can see, it's pretty decent as far as keeping the greens in it.
Yeah.
But if you're in an area that only has the tans, it kind of sticks out a little bit. Urban tack, or basically just grays and blacks. Yeah, don't do it. It's pretty terrible. Same as the flannel in this situation. It just stands out really bad. So you see there?
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
It's so bad. All right. Black python or whatever it's called. Cobra python or something. It looks like snake skin. That's what it is. And it's not much different than the urban tack dark colors. So, I mean, that's to be expected. That's just what it is. This is Hunter's Common Print from the good old grandpa. And I mean, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not as good as Multicam though. Not as good as Multicam. I'd say maybe about a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6.
Next, what's next? Next is Arid, which might be the best in this scenario, who knows? But we don't have an Arid top. So what he's probably gonna do, since you can't really see his bottoms, is kind of hold it in front of him and see what it does. So let's test it out. The tan top that he's wearing works pretty decently because it's almost the same color as all the grass beside him. But then when you come to the actual Arid print, you got all these dark browns and it just doesn't look natural. So really, I would say Arid might be better for like muddy, dead, dry scenarios where you got like dirt showing. Yeah.
Like, you guys ever been to Red Rock Canyon in Las Vegas? Imagine that, where there's lots of orangish and colored rock, and then there's plenty sand blending perfectly well there. Yeah, I think if he was further away, the camo would help break up the colors. It would make it a little bit better, but not amazing.
No, probably like a
6, 5.
Yeah, probably a 4.
The tan color is a 7.
The tan color is very good. OD green.
It blends in with the grass.
The green grass, yeah.
Yeah, it blends in with the grass, but it does not blend in with that.
Well, it kind of blends in with the grass. It more blends in with the trees.
Yeah.
But the grass is a little more lime color. So it's not working very well even with the grass. It's more of like trees. OD green works well in trees, but it does not work well in any other scenario, I don't think.
Yeah, you're gonna easily be able to spot them though.
We're going to take a peek at these side by side, give our ratings listed there for each in both scenarios, and you be the judge for yourself. Which one of these camos has the biggest benefit overall in any situation? My vote personally would be on Woodland is fantastic for anything that's green. But if you know you're gonna be in some tans, Multicam or Russian Multicam would probably be the winner. Just overall versatility of being able to still blend in with your surroundings when it comes to a woodland area, but also be able to be in these tans, these dead grass, dead limbs, dead trees, that kind of thing. But what did you guys think? What was your favorite? What was your favorite?
So personally, as you can tell, I'm a multicam guy. Not as impressed with multicam in the greenery situation, but if you're in a dead state, no green.
Okay.
What about you?
So I got a top 3 tier list. I got OCP or multicam, and then the Russian multicam, and then the Woodland. For versatility, we're talking versatility. Favorite camo wise, Woodland, only because a lot of Alabama is very, very dense in woods.
Honestly, it's a honestly, it's just a tie between Woodland and Multicam for me. And I really like the Russian Multicam, especially in certain occasions. I thought the Russian Multicam pulled through pretty decently.
Tonight's the night I'm getting the life for you.